Hi folks, and this is just a quick update on the DYNATRON record player I'm currently restoring. Right, first of all I'll give you a quick look at its garage, which still needs a bit more polishing, but I think you'll agree it looks very smart now. The turntable's been cleaned, it was practically white. It's been cleaned. All that managed to get all that grime off that was there, all that white stuff, just accumulation of dust really. But there again, I think we'd all get a bit dusty if we've been left practically untouched for 40 odd years. Right, and this is the front panel along with the knobs, and that front panel, it has to be said, is practically a mint. Admittedly, some of the black lines off the knobs that tell you the positions have disappeared, or gone a bit smaller because I've washed it, and some of them were missing anyway. But what I'm gonna repaint them back on. I'm gonna get a small tin of enamel. I'm gonna sort that out so it looks good, and I'll use the one in there. Use that one there as a reference because, as you can see, maybe not. Yeah, you can see it's got its line on it still, full line. So I'll use that as a reference as to how long the line should be. And I mean, I don't intend to I'm not too bothered about getting this factory fresh. I mean, but you know, I'm not obsessed with getting everything as it originally left the factory. You know, this is a 40 odd year old machine. It's, you know, it's never going to look that way. Anyway, now you've seen the deck and you've seen the knobs and the front. I can put all that lot away now. They can go back away to where they belong, ready for reinstallation. Oops, there's my foam pads. I nearly lost them. There's 4. Just check I've got another one in here. Make sure one's not dropped somewhere. And yeah, there's the 5th one. I mean, even the foam pads, look at them. They're still good and they're original. You know, just don't make things like they used to. Right, I'll show you the cabinet pieces, folks. Right, this is the cabinet. There is actually a moulding that goes on the top here, which is it's in the bedroom at the moment. And what I've done with this, folks, I've sanded this all the way down, or as down as it needs to go. It needs a wash to get all the residue off. But this was originally, you can tell, this was originally white from the factory and it was sprayed. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do what the factory did. If it was good enough for DYNATRON when they manufactured it, it's certainly good enough for me. And this looks like, actually, at some point it's actually had a fresh coat of paint. But there again, I don't know, it might not have done. But it looks like somebody's painted it, because there's something there that just wouldn't be from the factory. Like a run just wouldn't be there. I don't think anyway. But anyway, what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to clean all the residue off all these, ready for the new stuff to be stuck on. Shut up, I'll sort you out in a minute. Anyway, we've got the residue there, we've got the cabinet there, ready for painting. I've already ordered the paint, and I've already ordered the paint, and that should be here one day next week. And if I get a nice bright day and not many flies about, I will take this outside and I will give it a coat of paint. I've also got the speakers, which I'll just quickly show you one of the speaker cones. The other one's pretty much the same. The the guy I got this off told me that the cones were knackered, and he was absolutely right, which is a shame really, because the voice coils are okay. These are reading 3 ohms on the meter, and the only ones I could find at 8 inches were there were 4 ohms, which I don't think that'll make much difference. And so I've got, so as you can see, look, the cones are completely shot, but the rims are shot, but the cone itself is ripped. Otherwise I would have attempted, if that hadn't been like that, I would have attempted to just replace the edge. But I'm not doing a recone on these. I'm not mad. They're Goodmans. I mean, Goodmans weren't too bad in the day. I mean, they're lousy these days, but they made some good stuff. But I'm not going to go to the trouble of reconing them. You know, but I might hang on to them, and maybe at a later date, if I can be bothered, maybe at a later date, do a reconing video, try a reconing it. I've never tried one, so but I just want to get this thing up and done. I want to get it finished off the bench. The amp's up here. You don't need to see that. You'll see that on test. I'm not sure what day, but it'll be one day this week you'll see that on test. Probably when the speakers come, probably when the new speakers come. I've got to take the speaker cabinets apart because they're getting the same treatment as this. Oh yes, there's going to be no half measures on this, folks. I've decided that this is getting the full start and the restoration treatment. And you know, like I say, I'm not bothered about it looking like new. I don't want it to look factory fresh. I want it to look like, you know, that somebody's owned it and really looked after it, which technically it has been looked after. It's not been abused. It's got no nicks out of it anywhere. This, you know, this cabinet is in really good condition, and as is the insert, the trim that goes around here. That's in nice condition as well, but the plastic top, as I said in the first video, has got a couple of scratches on it, and you know, you can't moan at that. Anyway, the arse you don't need to see. I'm not doing anything with the arse apart from just give it a wipe, and once everything's done and I'm happy, the arse will be screwed back on. It's amazing, isn't it? You know, when you do, let's just lift the camera up. It's amazing, isn't it, folks? When you do any kind of project, you know, the first part off is the last part on, and in this case it's going to be the arse. The arse will be the last part on, and it'll even have the stylus in it before the arse goes on, because obviously it will be tested on the bench to make sure that I'm happy with it. And oh, hang on.